Hello, everybody, and welcome to From the Mezzanine. Things are looking a little bit different this week because I am sitting next to one Veronica Stern, host of the Unlearning podcast. Hi, Veronica.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. We just were on her pod and talking about really the nitty gritty about how Tony noms work. It was very fascinating. I learned quite a bit. We have differing opinions, which I think is always very interesting.
Yes.
And which will definitely bleed into this episode where we are breaking down the Tony nominations. But first, we got to get to know our girlie over here, Veronica.
Hey.
So tell us about Unlearning. If my listeners haven't heard of it. I love it. I've listened to quite a lot.
I really appreciate that. So I'm an actor, ? And I've been on 2 national tours so far in my life, which is very interesting and fun. Wait, where are you from in Texas?
I'm from Waco.
Oh.
But I used to go to Dallas Fair Park all the time to see the touring shows.
Yes, I've been there twice, which is so much fun.
So did you do Anastasia there?
Yes.
What year?
2022? No, 2023.
Oh, okay.
But we were in the downtown theater for Anastasia.
Oh, okay.
And then there was the bigger one that's in that field. Park.
Yes, Dallas Fair Park. In the field. That's Texas for you. There's a bigger one in the field. Okay, yeah. I saw Anastasia in 2019, I think, at Fair Park. So no, that was before.
Not me. But yeah, so I did Anastasia and then I did Les Mis, which was so super fun. But I was sort of sick of touring. So
really,
yeah, it's
Who did
a
you
lot.
play in both?
So in Anastasia, I was Anya, and then in Les Mis, I understudied Cosette.
Can you sing for us?
Right now?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Once upon a
No. I was like, there's a castle.
I'm going to look up clips after this because I need to hear you sing.
The clips are available. Don't worry about that.
I'm looking for the slime tutorials. That is so
There is a
cool.
slime tutorial of Anastasia.
With you?
Yeah, it was our final performance though, so I'm crying in it. It's very interesting.
Yay, I'm watching it after this. I can't wait.
Yeah, there's I don't know if anybody out there has better clips of that, but
that is so cool.
So yeah, and then I came back home and I was just like, I need a little bit of a break and to figure out what I want to do, and also just to this sounds so corny, but just to fall in love with theater again, because at my core, I love musical theater. I love Broadway. I love all this stuff. And what was happening is I was on tour, completely burnt out, being I don't want to see a show. I don't want to do anything. Don't want to listen to any cast albums. Don't show it to me. Don't send it in my direction. I just can't.
That makes so much sense. You were just overloaded.
Overloaded. So I needed time to just enjoy it again. And then Wicked came out, the movie, and I was like, oh, I love it again, and I'm loving it. It's so much fun to be a part of, not the fan culture, but just to be a part of the group of people that enjoys it.
Yeah.
And just loves it.
Yeah.
Because I would my favorite thing to do is go to see shows with my mom, that's how this all started for me. And I was going to see shows with my mom and just sitting in the audience and okay, what role can I play? What role should I reach out to my agent about, to play next? It just became so business oriented because it's my job, it's my livelihood,
Right.
So I needed some space away from it. I got a job at doing digital media, which I really love. It's very fun. It's very interesting. And I feel that's sort of the direction of what the world is, and I find that more interesting right now, and I love having the space between theater and my livelihood and life.
No, I totally get it.
So yeah,
after having this pod, my end goal was always to do marketing for theaters, and I still think maybe that happens down the road, but I'm this is so fun that I just have From the Mezzanine as my outlet, and this is seriously a full-time hobby. It takes up every little brain cell in my head.
Yeah.
Other than whenever I'm working.
Yeah, if my boss hears this, I love to work.
Yeah.
I love working on the things I work on.
Right. But yeah, so I've always been oh no, if I ever do then get into the business, proper business side of theater doing marketing, I feel like I would like want to step away from the mezzanine because it would just be like too much
Mm.
of my life is like surrounded around this one thing.
Yeah.
So I relate in a way, and I think that that's totally fair. I need to know more about your national tours because that is just so fascinating. How long were you on the tours for?
So I was on Anastasia for around like 10 months, 10 or
Wow.
11 months.
Uh-huh.
And then I did Les Mis for 7 months.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool. How, like, what was your favorite place you visited?
Ooh, my favorite place. Oh gosh. Okay. Weirdly, during Anastasia, we went to like a lot of random small towns.
Uh-huh.
Um, I loved Owensboro, Kentucky.
Okay, I love asking that question to people who have toured because I asked Brent Comer and he pulled out like this wild place I'd never even heard of.
Oh,
And he was like,
really?
it's amazing there. You
It's
wouldn't believe. And
it's
I was
always
like,
the most
okay,
random of
sure.
places. I loved Owensboro. It was just
Why?
I kind of like sort of crashed out there like for a millisecond because the hotel we were originally in was awful and I
Oh
was like, I'm
no.
not staying here. I have to leave. So I like booked a hotel for
Okay,
myself.
diva.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm
well,
kidding.
somebody from Anastasia is probably listening to this like, yeah, she was a diva. But yeah, I just was like, I'm not staying here. Like, we're here for 3 nights. I'm not doing it. So I
Mhm.
left and I went to this beautiful hotel that was like by the river and it was like super
Mm.
close to the theater. So I was able to walk around the town. I like loved it. So I kind of like made lemonade out of lemons from that
Beautiful.
experience. And there was just like a lot of really cute coffee shops. If there's a cute coffee shop in the
Yeah.
town, I love
You're
it
set. You're like,
immediately.
I'm good.
During Les Mis, I guess I liked New Orleans. It was
Mhm.
fun. It was my first time
I'm
there.
sure.
I will also say I love Miami. Like anytime I get to go to Miami, I'm happy.
Well, yes, that's so fun.
It was also my last week on tour, so I was sort of like doing the show and like I was kind of done and
Uh-huh.
like it was just like I was so tan and I was like literally like the color of like bark and I
Uh-huh.
was like doing like Les Mis and I was on for Cosette that week too and like I was like the tannest Cosette you'll ever see. It was so funny.
Wow.
Like
Wait, did you ever tour with Brent Comer? Because he was in Les
no, so
Mis.
Les Mis has been touring for I think 150 years.
Yeah.
So
Approximately.
if somebody has like a classical voice and they are in this industry, they probably have done Les Mis.
So cool.
Yeah.
I've never seen Les Mis.
Oh,
Yeah.
like ever?
Like I've seen the movie once.
Okay.
But I'm not like a fan.
Me neither.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
No, but I want to
It's
see
kind
it.
of long. It's kind of boring.
Uh-huh.
And if you're a woman in Les Mis, like you really do nothing.
Except cry and die.
I didn't die in Les Mis, but I definitely cried sometimes.
Fascinating. Do you think I should see it when I'm in London?
Ooh, yes. I think
Really?
that's I think that it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, it's on tour in America. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's the same people.
Uh-huh.
But I think it's like quintessential London theater.
Right. London fodder.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I think I want to see Oliver because that's also classically
Is that
London.
out there right now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, obviously.
And everybody's obsessed with it. So
I saw it on the Olivier Awards. I was like, what is
Right.
this show? And I was like, oh, it's Oliver? That's crazy.
I know. I think I should see that. And then I'm seeing Gatsby and
Mhm.
Richard II and this crazy show called Choir of Man. Have you ever heard of
I've
it?
heard of that. I'm like weirdly interested in the West End and like their
Ugh,
culture and
I'm so
everything.
excited. I'll tell you everything after
I'm
I get
very
back. Have you ever
excited.
been?
To the West End? No.
Oh, okay.
I'm so
I
I
think I'm
I
about
need
to-
to go to London.
Yeah, I'm like fully prepared to embark on an obsession. So like I think it's about to be like London, New York, London, New York, like back and forth.
There's just very different cultural things about the West End, and
Mhm.
especially when I did Les Mis, because like basically they're like our sister production, you know. Like
Mhm.
I'm 97% sure that if like I ever had to like I would used to have these dreams that I had to like do Les Mis in London, and like it was easy because it's like literally the same.
Yeah.
Like
oh, that's so cool.
nothing is different.
Yeah.
And I'm eating my words, like maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But it was always interesting because you kind of like become parasocial with like the people that are in London. So I remember I like became like parasocial relationship with like the girl who plays Eponine because I was like obsessed with her wigs and like her hair. It was like, you're so
Aw.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want to see Rachel Zegler and Evita
Oh, yeah.
because I feel like that's
not.
gonna be amazing.
Did you like Sunset Boulevard? Have you seen it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
well,
can't. I
Lindsay,
can't.
that's insane.
I can't with that show.
Wait, is Jamie Lloyd directing Evita?
Yes.
Oh, wait, that's right, because, like, Diego... Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, like, I can't ever see another Jamie Lloyd. Like, I won't. I can't. I can't. I was falling asleep.
What?
Oh, it was so boring. Everybody's like completely flat faced, like, have you seen the paper? Have you seen the news? Like, I couldn't. And they're all in black and they're rushing around and there's all the fog. Like, Tom Francis, you're such a hottie. Like, I love you.
I love
and
him.
I think Nicole Scherzinger is very, very talented, but like, I can't with that staging of that production. I left, I went and watched how the other productions have been done. And I was like, this is my thing. That is not. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Hot take.
So you will not be seeing Evita.
No, I can't.
Fair enough.
I can't see anything that he's done because they all look the same. I've gone down a rabbit hole of looking at every production that he's done. And some of my listeners have been like, Lindsay, there's a couple that he does differently. And if I see photos and they don't look like neon white flashing lights and like an obnoxious amount of fog and completely blackness, like if it's not like that, I'll go.
Yeah.
But if it is that state, I'm like, okay, I compare it, Fixer Upper, Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Yeah.
You know how it said, I'm from Waco, Texas, so that's like, I'm very familiar with them. I worked for them. But you know how they use shiplap in every single house? It's like that's what Jamie Lloyd is doing.
Okay.
He uses shiplap in every single house. He uses fog, white lights, and a black stage, and super minimalist. I'm not a minimalist girly. I'm a maximalist. Like, do the most.
Okay.
I want big choreo. That's what I like.
You know what? That's fair. You'll love Les Mis then.
Yeah?
I mean, it's very dark. And depending on where you're sitting, you literally won't be able to see a thing. But it's very big.
Even on the West End? I thought the theaters were a lot smaller.
I mean, yeah. That's the thing with touring is, like, you play for houses that are massive. And, like, that's something I always will kind of be like, yeah. Whenever I go to see a Broadway show, I'm like, I don't know, guys. Like, I've performed in houses bigger than this. I'm like, I don't know, guys. Like, this theater is kind of small. So that's always a thing that I'm like very aware of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it's very, very fabulous on the West End.
Yeah. Okay. I might add it to the list. We'll see if I have time between that and Choir of Man.
It's very long, so prepare yourself. It's like a whole afternoon.
It's okay if I like take a little cat nap in the middle.
Yeah.
At what point should I take a nap? Would you recommend?
During Les Mis?
Yeah. Like which part? Is this gonna like put you in like hot water? You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer.
No, I'm
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
I know you're thinking of something.
I have many thoughts.
Okay. Well, I have some rapid fire questions for you.
Let's do it.
To get to know you a little bit better, place you in the FTM universe, So we have this thing called Broadway Boyfriend. It's ungendered. And I have like my all-time Broadway boyfriends, and I also have current Broadway boyfriends.
I'm obsessed.
So like Jeremy Jordan, Aaron Tveit, all time. Current, Tom Francis. What's your Broadway boyfriend?
Oh, my Broadway boyfriend.
Yeah.
Is like a multiple choice?
No, like who's your Broadway boyfriend right now?
Tom Francis. Oh,
yeah?
Yeah.
He's so beautiful.
Sunset Boulevard. I'm obsessed with him. My sister is obsessed as well.
Have you watched You on Netflix?
Yeah.
He's in it.
The newest season?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Now I will, obviously. I have to now.
His accent is so bad.
Well, yeah. Anytime he speaks, I'm like, oh.
Oh, you think
funny.
his accent isn't good in Sunset?
He mostly sings.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember him like having an accent.
I don't remember either, but
Okay,
I do remember the first time I ever saw him do like a sit-down interview, and I was like, whoa, that's different.
He's everything. He really is a special human. He's so beautiful, and he's so nice.
Is he?
Yes.
That makes me happy.
I went to Heidi Klum's Halloween party
this
past year, and he was there.
Just casually?
Yeah.
Okay.
So cash.
Love it.
And he was dressed as the Bee Gees, and I like danced with Tom Francis, and I was like, ah!
Oh my
crazy.
God, I'm very I'm like jealous.
You should be. It
Wow.
was really special.
I love that.
Yeah. It was cool. Anyways, I agree with you. That's a great current Broadway boyfriend. Okay, what song should everybody be adding to their Broadway playlist right now?
Oh God. The only musical theater song I have on my 2025 playlist right now is Can I Have This Dance from High School Musical?
That is
3.
not a musical theater song.
Oh, that's
That's so crazy. I mean, I guess it is.
Wait, does that not count?
I think that's wild, but it's okay.
Okay, fine. It's With One Look from Sunset Boulevard.
One look.
Nicole Scherzinger's version.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Can I Have This Dance is crazy. I love that. That's a great song. It's beautiful.
They're going to revoke my Broadway card.
Okay.
They're going to revoke my equity card.
No. You'll just sing to them with one look.
Yeah.
They'll give it right back. They'll be like, okay, you get it. What do you have a theater hot take?
Ooh. My goodness. Do I have a theater hot take? Ooh, what's yours? I'm curious.
Okay, I was thinking about this, and this isn't like an all time. Like, don't think too much about it. But lately, I've been feeling like almost every single show is too long.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, like even the shows that are only one act, I'm like, you should shore it up. Like, cut it. It shouldn't be this long. Yeah.
Wait, that's funny.
I think that's like my latest.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
My theater hot take is you don't have to love everything just because a absolute star is in it.
Oof. Yeah.
I feel like you should be allowed to actually say how you feel about a show, even though like the greatest of all time is in a show.
That never stops me.
I think that stops a lot of my peers.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are like, oh no, like I loved it. I'm like,
but did you?
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah. That
That's
makes
my hot
sense.
take.
I like that. Is there one
I'm
that
like,
you like can tell us that you didn't love?
Gypsy.
Oh,
I didn't
that
love
hurts. Okay, we're gonna talk about that later.
There were parts of it I liked. I didn't love it though.
Oh my god, I'm so obsessed. I think it's the best. I think Audra's performance is the best performance I've ever seen on a stage.
What?
Ever.
Wow.
Ever.
When we get to that, I actually do have thoughts because
Let's talk about it.
You want
Let's
to talk about it now? Okay, let's talk about it right now.
Let's go.
When I saw Gypsy, okay, let me start by saying this. I love Gypsy. I love classic Broadway theater. I love the score. I love it. I think that maybe I was sitting too far away.
I didn't like it the first time I saw it.
Uh-huh.
Like, I really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a far back seat.
I will say, though, I've been reflecting, and I saw this in, like, January, maybe.
Okay.
And I've been reflecting since then. And I was like, why didn't I like it?
Uh-huh.
I do think I need to go back and maybe sit closer. Although it is so long, I'm like, I really don't want to.
Please.
Sorry, but I will say Audra acted the helly out of it.
Yeah.
It was an amazing acting masterclass. There's no doubt about that. I just like don't think that it was great. Like I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Why was there a giant car that only came out for like 1 minute? Yeah, there were just elements I just like, it wasn't exactly what I was thinking. But then I was like, you know what? This is Gypsy. Like it is this like classic vaudeville Broadway show. I was very confused by the Louise dance, Josephine Baker dance. I thought it didn't make any sense because it just like that would have been June's thing. Doing like such a big dance number.
Mm-hmm.
That confused me. I think they should have kept it more classic. But those were like my big things. I just didn't love it.
I need you to see it again from a better seat because I thought the exact same thing when I saw it the first time. I was just like, wow, okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
But then I saw it again and again and again, and I am obsessed with it. I think it's so beautiful, and I'm not one to like love it, fall head over heels for a show that is classic musical theater. I'm a modern girly to my core. But like I am so impressed by Jordan Tyson's performance, Hannah Audra's, and Danny Bernstein. And I agree with you, like elements of the set confuse me. The first time that I saw it, I was like, this feels like a New York City Center show where they don't put a lot of effort into the set.
Interesting. Huh.
But something about it I just love. But yeah, that's okay. And I totally agree with your hot take that, yeah, we don't need to just say we love something because there's a celebrity in it.
Yeah.
McNeil, I don't want to get a reputation for falling asleep in Broadway shows, but I just completely like was asleep the entire time. Yes.
I always fall asleep during plays.
It was horrible. It had Robert Downey Jr. in it. That's why I say that, because like huge A-lister.
Yeah, that is a pretty
and
big
I was clocked out. Could not.
It's because they make the theater so cold. What are you supposed to do? Stay awake?
Oh my god, I was freezing.
Like,
that theater,
hand out
especially
blankets.
the Lincoln Center. Oh my gosh, it's freezing in there.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a dream role?
Gosh, I don't know. I think that I always want to play Glinda in Wicked. I think that would be very
Oh,
fun. But honestly, after seeing it this last go around, I was like, actually, do I want to? I don't know. I
why
really don't
not?
know. I don't know. I'm like in this weird place right now with theater where I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I've done
Mhm.
enough sometimes where I don't have that same fiery passion where I'm like, I need to play this role.
Yeah. So let's say like one night only. Like you don't have to
Ooh,
put a
one
lot of
night
effort
only.
into it,
Okay.
like just for funsies.
There you go.
Yeah.
One night only. Sign me up. Let me think. Currently running?
No, dream.
Oh,
Whatever.
Dream. Yeah, I guess I would love to play Glinda for one day.
That's beautiful. I love that. I kind
One
of like
day.
same. Yeah, just once. Just one time. We don't need to put all that effort in. Okay, what is the best performance you've ever seen?
Nicole Scherzinger.
Wow.
Boulevard.
See, maybe I need to give that another chance.
Yeah.
Even though like I can't. But
That was like unreal to me.
well, I love that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into our Broadway crosses.
I love that we don't agree. It's so funny.
Honestly, like that's one of the reviews I get like most on FTM, which I
Yeah.
love. Like my listeners are like, disagree with her hot takes, couldn't agree, or like da 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 da.
Yeah.
But I love the show
Yeah.
and she's so fun and da da da. And I'm like, thank you. You get it. We don't all have to agree.
Yeah.
Theater's subjective.
It is so subjective.
Okay.
Oh my Lord.
And like, I feel like a lot of creators are just like, I love it, I love it, I love it.
yeah.
And it's like, I feel like once you start seeing as much as we do and consume as much as we do, you're not going to love everything.
Yeah, I just feel like especially in the acting realm, like you're just like not allowed to talk about the things that you don't like for fear of like you're not going to be cast. Like,
Yeah.
it's just my opinion. I also
Yeah.
am saying this with the knowledge and the understanding that like so much time and effort went into this. I'm not saying, oh, I didn't like Gypsy because I feel like it was bad. I didn't like it because it's not what I was imagining in my head.
Right. It's not for you. It's
Yeah.
not your style.
Yes,
It's not da-da-da.
totally.
Yeah. Okay, agreed. Here we
I
go.
think about it all the time, though. I think it was great. It's a great production. It just wasn't my favorite production.
I know where you live. I'm gonna... That sounded really dark, but it's not dark, I promise. I'm gonna knock on your door. I'm gonna say, come on, girly. And we're gonna have very good tickets and we're gonna go see it. And if you don't like it, lie to me. That's
Okay.
what I tell my friends. I'm like, if something I'm really passionate about you don't like, don't tell me. Like, I can't.
That's
like,
fair.
Don't tell me. Even though obviously I want them to tell me, but I'm just like, my heart really can't take it, especially for the ones that I love. It's just
Yeah.
like, anyways, okay. Broadway curses. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Good Night and Good Luck is number one. They're almost grossing $4 million.
Wow.
They're at 3.9 million. They have 101% capacity. Have you like has anybody you've known seen the show? You have any
No.
intel? Yeah, I don't have any intel
I know
either.
nothing about it. I don't think I know anyone in it.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, it's
it.
going to pass me by and I'm okay with that. I don't need to see it. Othello is number 2, of course, beating out Wicked at number 3. I will say the difference between Good Night and Good Luck and Othello is nearly $1 million, which
Wow.
makes sense because Othello's in a much smaller theater. But it's just like these money makers. And I'm going to ask this question, even though I know the answer. Like, Othello didn't get a single nom. Is that going to affect their grosses?
Interesting. No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think it's the type of show that was relying on the Tony nominations. I think it would help, but it's a limited run anyways, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was kind of like Denzel Washington's in it. That's enough.
Yeah, 100%. So Wicked is number 3, grossing 2.5 million, and all of our
Crazy.
top 3 are over or meeting 100% capacity. So Broadway's doing amazing.
Wow.
Lion King is 4. Glengarry Glen Ross is 5. Hamilton is usually in the top like 3,
Mhm.
but now it's jumped down to 6.
Well, I'm very curious
Mhm.
when Leslie Odom Jr. comes back. What that's gonna be like for the show,
Mhm.
because that's a really insane stunt casting.
I know. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's going to increase it, even though it's always like without these top 3 plays that just arrived,
Mhm.
it's always Wicked, Lion King, Hamilton. Those are always
So
our top 3.
fascinating that those plays are so high up, even though
I
I mean
know.
they're so star driven, like George Clooney, obviously. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's so interesting. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so 7 is Aladdin. MJ is 8.
Wow.
Outsiders is 9. Have you seen Outsiders?
Yeah.
You didn't like it.
Literally hate that show.
Why? Tell me.
All my love to my friends that are in that. I just did not like it.
That's crazy.
I thought it was so boring.
What?
And the performances are great. Again,
Yeah.
it's
Always.
not anything about the people in the show. I just was like, okay, it's raining. Cool.
OMG.
I didn't like the music.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen it? Once?
Once.
Where were your seats?
I was standing.
Oh,
And I was only there for my friend. Like, it was his Broadway debut.
Who?
John Collins.
Oh. Is he the one I have a crush on?
Probably. I'm sorry. If you have a crush on John, I'm going to die.
Wait.
John P.
I don't
Collins.
have any internet.
Oh, no. Did you need internet, by the way?
It's okay. I'm okay.
Here.
Wait. Pull up his Instagram.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen him in the show, but I think I have a crush on him.
He's a swing. This makes sense.
Like a Broadway boyfriend crush, of course.
No. John Collins is your Broadway boyfriend?
Oh, yeah. He's so cute. He's so crazy cute. Why is that shocking? He's like so charismatic. I've never seen him in The Outsiders.
It's just like, he's like a brother to me, so I'm just giggling.
I mean, duh. The Outsiders, everybody's obsessed with those boys.
Yeah.
Myself included, of course.
Love that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. He's so... Have you been in a show with him?
We went to college together.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
What did y'all do? By the way, half of my listeners are Outsiders stands, so they're going to be really into this.
Oh, okay.
So please give us
Love
the tea.
What tea can I tell you about John P. Collins? John's gonna die. Yeah, no, we went to college together. We were in the same class, so you know what? We actually our showcase, we were like partners for some of our song, or for a song or two.
Oh, cutesy.
So yeah, we sang People Will Say We're in Love from Oklahoma.
Oh, romantic.
But we did like the cool version.
Yeah, like the newer version.
The what?
The newer version.
Yeah, the
of
newer
Oklahoma?
version.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love John.
So
Everybody
do
loves
all of
John.
us. Yeah.
But he's the best, and everything with The Outsiders has been just making me so happy for him.
Yeah.
And also he's amazing in it. Like,
Yeah.
I know I've only seen him in one role, obviously.
What was it? Bob?
Is Bob the brother?
No, Soda Pop.
It might have been Soda Pop. Is
Yeah.
Soda Pop the one that sings the T-shirt
Pony
song?
boy, this house ain't a home
Yeah,
without
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Soda's
You have
Letter.
a good voice. Wait, Lindsey. Yeah, he sang that. And I was like,
Okay.
yeah, this is like literally perfect. I was crying. I'm like, you were made for The Outsiders. So it's
Yeah,
just been
he's
like,
so cute.
it's one of those things where you go to school with these people for 4 years
Mhm.
and everybody, like, this is the thing that you hope for. And I could even like get emotional just talking about it. But yeah, love you, John. I'm so happy for him. Yeah.
I love The Outsiders. It's like one of my top 10 favorite musicals ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's perfect. I think there are certain perfect shows. Like maybe Happy Ending is the perfect show of this season. Maybe or The Outsiders is the perfect show of last season.
Really?
Completely perfect. I would not change a hair on its head. All of the songs are beautiful.
Wait, stop. I need to see what
love it.
the
It's my
nominees
favorite.
were last year because I don't agree with you.
It was nominated for Outsiders was nominated for everything. It was Suffs.
Suffs,
I loved
yes.
Suffs. Loved. We also had like Water for Elephants. I don't think The Notebook was in best musical
That was my best
category.
musical last year.
Oh, I didn't like The Notebook. Yeah.
I'm obsessed with us having such differing opinions. It's so funny.
Yeah, I did not like The
Interesting.
Notebook
Oh my God.
at all, but I love that cast.
The Notebook to me was the best musical maybe of the last 5 years.
Oof.
No,
wow.
pun intended. Sorry.
What?
Of the last 6 years. I said of the last 5 years, and I realized like last 5 years in the show. It's confusing. Notebook. That show was so dang good. That's my song that I listen to all of the time.
Oh yeah, which one?
Sadness and this joy.
Oh, that one.
Oh my God. I love the Notebook musical. That's the musical I
Wow.
listen to. Let's run it back really
yeah,
quick.
yeah. Okay, love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, and rounding out our top 10, we have Picture of Dorian Gray. Gypsy's fallen to 11, which is like so not bad. Moulin Rouge is at 12. I like to always just like see what's like potentially going to bump up into the top 10. And then I like to look at the ones at the very bottom just to
Hmm.
prepare ourselves on like what's upcoming to close,
Right.
which we just got word that Redwood is closing, which
Early.
was crazy considering the fact that it was the day after Tony noms.
Well, because I guess the show is.
They were clearly holding out to see if
Yeah.
they got noms. And then when they didn't, they were like, okay, release the
Yeah.
tapes. Like, it's crazy.
It's closing on May 18th, and I saw
Yeah,
somebody
so
comment.
soon.
I was like, "Hey, so my tickets are for May 23rd. What's gonna happen to me?" And it was like, "You're done. You're cooked." Yeah.
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
so wild.
Yep. pretty
Okay, so
crazy.
our lowest grossing musicals right now are Real Women Have Curves. That's super
Aw.
unfortunate.
Didn't it just open though?
I mean, yeah.
Is that based on a movie?
Yes, it is with America Ferrera.
What?
I think it was her debut. Yeah. So the movie I believe came out in 1999.
I think they need a better marketing team.
Well, I thought
Not
once
gonna
they
lie.
opened, they would start doing the marketing because that's what a lot of these shows do. Like maybe Happy Ending was grossing like dangerously low, and then once they opened and got really good reviews, they like pushed out all of their marketing.
Yeah.
So I figured that's what Real Women Have Curves was going to do, but I think they're so dangerously low. Like they're not even grossing $500,000 a week.
Ooh.
That I think the closing announcement is imminent, like
Ugh,
in the next
that's
couple
so
of days.
sad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dead Outlaw is our second lowest grossing musical.
Well, didn't that just also come out?
Yes, it did open and it got rave reviews, so I think it's about to spike. Also, the Longacre is pretty small, but it's also a cursed theater. Like everything
what?
closes. Like everything that goes into the Longacre
Wait, what was
closes.
in the Longacre?
Swept Away, Lempicka.
Ooh.
But Dead Outlaw's gonna be fine. Like I'm not worried
My
about
friend
it.
is in Dead Outlaw, and
Who?
I'm rooting for it. Emily Fink?
Oh, is she an understudy or a swing?
No, I think she's in it.
There's only one female role,
Oh.
and it's Julia Niddle.
Okay, then yeah, she's an understudy.
okay. But if she understudies
I
her,
don't know.
that's super awesome.
Yeah, she's like has the best voice I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, that's so cool. Anyways, Floyd Collins is also pretty low, but they got hella Tony noms. I was shocked by that.
I was surprised by that as well.
Stunned. I did not think Jeremy Jordan, even though he is like literally my number one favorite man, other than my fiance on planet Earth. I did not think he was worthy of a nomination because he
Oh.
sits. He's like this. Yo, no, dude. Like he's like sitting down like the whole
Interesting.
time because he's in a cage.
Floyd Collins is like the one show that I'm really have no interest in seeing.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah,
It
you don't need to
sounds
see it.
really boring.
Yeah, Unless you're a Jeremy Jordan girly, like you're
or
fine.
Lizzie McAlpine. She's still in it.
Yeah, she's really good,
Okay.
but like, she's not in it a ton.
Really.
I mean, she's featured.
I loved her vlog that she did about like auditioning for it. I was
Oh.
like, make more.
I'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
I think it's like worthwhile to see. Like I would definitely recommend my listeners go and see Floyd Collins, especially if you're a Jeremy Jordan girl because he's on stage the entire time.
Yeah.
And I think it's really interesting, but I do think like we were talking about on Unlearning, I think that it caters to an older demographic.
Oh,
Like my parents would
interesting.
love it because it's very like Yellowstone coded, like that TV show. Because it's like olden days, you know.
Classic.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But I wouldn't say like you need to run and go see it. But although if you did like The Notebook, it's kind of like a similar feeling with Lizzie McAlpine.
really?
Yeah, I'd say so. Because it's like kind of alternative folk, I would say is the style.
Do you think a Notebook was alternative folk?
I would say it's alternative.
Really?
Yeah, it was written by what's her name?
Ingrid Michaelson.
Yeah, she's alternative.
But isn't Floyd Collins Adam Gettle?
Who's that?
What?
Is that the person who wrote it?
Yes, like
Okay.
the Piazza.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah,
I'm
I feel
dead.
like it's alternative.
That's so interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I'll make it to that one. But
That's okay. You're fine. The theater's too cold anyways.
classic.
Okay, so let's take a look at the nominations, everybody.
Yes.
Deep dive. Numero uno, I want to talk about Best Musical. So in this category, we have Buena Vista Social Club, Dead Outlaw, Death Becomes Her, Maybe Happy Ending, Operation Mincemeat. Is there anything that you're surprised is not in this category?
Boop.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very surprised because just from what I know of the people that are in it, my friends that are in it, people backstage, everything, it's kind of like this show is Tony's fodder. And I said this
Yeah.
on Unlearning, but like I feel like the same way that there are movies that are made to win an Oscar, there are musicals that are made to win a Tony. And I definitely think Boop is one of those. So I'm very surprised not to see it. It's all original music. It's Jerry Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
It's the guy
David
that
Foster.
David Foster. I was gonna say Catherine McPhee's husband. So it's surprising.
I don't think it would have had a chance to win because it is so kitschy. Have you seen it?
No, but I know about the kitschiness of it. But
Yeah.
isn't Death Becomes Her as well?
In such a different way. Like,
Okay.
Boop is super duper cheesy, and like Death Becomes Her is kind of like, what's gonna happen? Oh my god! Like, and it's hilarious. Like, Boop is just like very lighthearted and like enjoyable, but it's not like a critical piece in any way.
Interesting. Do you think it needed the best musical nom to like survive?
I do. I've heard whispers. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I do think that they needed help.
That's unfortunate.
But I think that they'll find their audience. I feel like they have potential to like last as long as like maybe Suffs did. To like find like somewhat of a footing in an audience. It's one of the only like truly family friendly shows on Broadway right now. So for that reason, like I think it'll do pretty well. I don't know. It's kind of like a gray area.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's really my number one thing that I'm like, ooh, why isn't that on here for Best Musical? Especially because Jasmine is nominated. So it's, again, surprising when one element of it is nominated and not like the whole. So that's unfortunate.
My surprise in this category was Real Women Have Curves. I thought that would have been nominated because the public is really enjoying it and it got really good reviews.
Yeah.
However, I have not released my review yet, but it was good. But after seeing it, I'm not surprised it wasn't in this category. But I thought that it would, and then it would have like had the momentum to potentially stay on Broadway longer. So because it wasn't, it's leaving.
This is a question I have for you as like a person that's not on the inside of it. Do you feel like some shows are coming to Broadway pre-baked? And what I mean by that is typically a show will have an out-of-town run.
Right.
They'll do their thing. Maybe they'll go to Toronto. Like, you know, a lot of shows are bypassing that recently.
That was the problem with last season. Like,
right.
I don't think Water for Elephants, I like could be totally wrong, but I feel like they didn't have an off-Broadway. I know Bad Cinderella didn't have an off-Broadway. That was the season before.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm fully aware, and I'm a huge like I'm a believer in an off-Broadway tryout.
So like a lot more shows this season definitely did, but I'm just curious from your point of view if you think that helps or hurts shows
to have an off-Broadway tryout.
Well, not it's like not off-Broadway, but like, you know, have their run at La Jolla, have their run at, you know, in Chicago, because Boop did that.
Right.
So that's why I'm really surprised that it still sort of felt rushed to me. I was so shocked that it came this season, and I think that was its biggest mistake. And I'm on record saying that. Like my friend, a friend of mine that is a part of that show, when they told me that it was coming to Broadway, I was like, this season? Why? Like, there's way too many things. It's such a good show. It's just gonna get lost. And that's what happened. Yeah. And I don't know what the rush is. I really, really don't. But also, I'm not a producer, so.
Money, honey.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately.
I never really think about, like, why shows come when they do. Like, I oftentimes think that they came too soon, but I don't think about, like, the difficulty of the season. That's an interesting perspective. Like,
that's what I
haven't considered
about.
that. But I think we all expected for Boop and Smash to get lost in the sauce of everything else.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about Smash.
I love Smash.
Really?
It's so
I haven't
good.
seen it. I'm not surprised it's not nominated.
No, definitely not. But I was surprised it didn't get some of these other noms. Okay, so Best Play, we have English, which was amazing.
Loved that show.
Hills of California, that was one that people are still talking about. John Proctor is the villain, Oh Mary, and Purpose. This is like a perfect category.
This makes a lot of sense of like all the things that were nominated. I'm really happy English found its way in there, especially because it was over in like March. So I was a little bit worried, but it did win the Pulitzer Prize.
Exactly. So I knew I thought maybe that would have the potential to win over Oh Mary. But now that John Proctor is the villain is here, it's like between those two to me.
John Proctor and Oh Mary?
Yeah, I think Oh Mary's gonna win. I favor Oh Mary.
I think English is at a disadvantage because it's not open anymore.
I don't think it'll win at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
I think it's really good though.
I
Really, really
loved
good play.
Job. I really wanted
I didn't
that to
see
be
that,
in
but I
here.
didn't see it on purpose because I heard that it was like very like mental
Yes.
gymnastics, and I was like, I don't need to see that show.
It was fascinating and like blew my mind, and I was thinking about it for like
Are you
weeks
surprised
after.
it's not nominated?
No, I'm not surprised. But
Oh,
like
okay.
like me and myself and I, like in my Lindsey Stonies that I'll do. I really wanted it to be in there.
Oh.
Just because it was great play, but
Yeah.
it wasn't critically reviewed like highly, so it's
Fair.
fine. Best musical revival, we have Floyd Collins, Gypsy, Pirates of Penzance, and Sunset Boulevard. I think this is the only category that Pirates was in,
Mhm.
which I know a lot of people are surprised by that didn't get actor nominations. I have not seen that yet.
Mhm.
Obviously we're like dueling in this category. You want Sunset, I want Gypsy. But I think Sunset, like I'm starting to feel like I think Sunset might win.
Sunset is going to win.
You really think?
Yeah. There's no doubt in my mind.
I'll be so sad.
There is no doubt in my mind that Sunset's going to win Best Revival. It's the best revival on this list. I'm sorry. It did something completely different. The ensemble is incredible in this show. The walking through the street is enough for it to win Best Revival. And then yeah, I mean Nicole Scherzinger is just out of this world, like the performance of a lifetime. I'm
That's
sorry,
so
it really
interesting.
is. And so I just think there's no other choice but Sunset in this category.
I was
that's my
so
team.
cringed out by her performance. Like I was cringing in my seat.
This is insane. I have not heard anybody that didn't like it, which it's not like, oh my God, nobody has not liked it. It's more just like, yeah, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. I'm like, it's Sunset. That's it.
Like her dancing, like awkward dancing, and
I
like
loved
her line
it.
delivery. I like really, I was like, oh, like I would look over at Brent and be like, oh my God, what's happening?
No.
Yeah, I didn't. Anyways, we don't need to get back into that. Yeah, either Gypsy or Sunset are gonna win. I cannot believe. Girl, stop saying that
Gypsy's
on my
not
platform.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm not going to talk about, well, I guess we should. Best
What?
Play Revival, Eureka Day, Our Town, Romeo and Juliet, and Yellowface. People are surprised that Our Town is there. I am people. It's me. I did not like that show whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised as well. I didn't hear anything about that show.
I think Eureka Day will win just because that's the most favorable out of these four. But good for Romeo and Juliet because that was a surprise.
Yes, that is
made its way in.
my friend is a producer on that, and I'm very, very happy for him. Like, my heart is bursting. Like, that just makes me super happy. And I think
That's awesome.
Romeo and Juliet, what it did for culture is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't remember right now if like Glengarry Glen Ross, Good Luck, Good Night and Good Luck, and Othello. Like Othello would have been in this category. Yeah. Good Night and Good Luck is new. That's
brand new. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Glengarry Glen Ross is a revival as well.
I
so
guess
those two would have been in this category.
Yeah, I guess probably there are some producers of Good Night and Good Luck that are punching the air that they didn't get Best Play. But whatever. Sorry
for you.
Yeah.
So Best Leading Actress in a Musical in this category. This is like the highest contested category, I would say. We have Jasmine Amy Rogers, Boop. Megan Hilty, Death Becomes Her. Jennifer Samard, Death Becomes Her. Audra McDonald, Gypsy. Nicole Scherzinger, Sunset Boulevard. You all already know how we feel about the two highest, like, debated people in this category. But Helen J. Shin is missing, which is absolutely heartbreaking. I saw Maybe Happy Ending last night, and she was so transcendent and beautiful in her role that it just solidified the fact that she should have been in this category. But I'm really happy for Jasmine Amy Rogers. She is remarkable as Boop, and that is not an easy character to play. Like, she is fully in cartoon mode that entire time. What she does is remarkable, and her pipes are insane.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Nicole. Obviously, I'm a little biased. But I will say, I think if Nicole wasn't in this category, I think Jasmine would have more of a chance.
Yeah, I think Jennifer Samard and Megan Hilty kind of like cancel each other out in a way. Like, I wouldn't see one of them getting it over the other. I'm just happy they're both nominated.
It's the Wicked thing again. Yeah. I mean, they obviously both had to be up for leading. I haven't seen Death Becomes Her. I'm seeing it on Tuesday.
Oh, exciting.
But yeah, I think there was no way one would have been nominated as like supporting. So
right,
it is what it is. I don't know. I think that there could be a surprise on Tony's Day, and I think Megan Hilty could win.
I don't think so. Let me know what you think after you've seen it.
Okay, I'll definitely let you know. I'm just saying, like, if there was to be like a crazy surprise,
Yeah.
maybe her. But
I
no, it's
just say
Nicole's to lose.
okay. So
No, I know I sound crazy, guys. I know I sound crazy.
You
But
sound crazy.
it's Nicole's to lose. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Megan Hilty and Jennifer Samard, they're so equally the leads that I feel like you cannot pick one over the other.
Yeah.
I feel like I personally feel like in Wicked, one role is
Yeah.
technically harder to play.
Which is why it didn't make sense that they were up for in the same category.
I was so pissed.
Me talking about things from 20 years ago as if I was there, but yeah.
Okay, Slay. Let's look at Best Leading Actor in a Musical. So we have Darren Criss, maybe Happy Ending. I'm so happy he secured that.
Is this his first?
I think it must be because he was only in like
How to Succeed
and that Buffalo play, and that didn't do anything. It was at Circle in the Square.
I don't know
Buffalo
what you're talking
something.
about.
It ran for like no time.
Okay.
Andrew Durand is amazing in Dead Outlaw. I
Uh-huh.
could see him taking this over Darren.
Really?
Even though, like, obviously I'm on the Darren train.
Right.
A lot of people are thinking Tom Francis.
I don't think so.
Because
he won the Olivier Award,
right?
Which was interesting.
Would you say, because to me, if you're gonna win the award, you have to like be the proper lead. And wouldn't you say Nicole is the proper lead of Sunset?
No.
Really?
I would say it's equal.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think Tom is going to win.
Interesting. Who do you think is going to win?
I think that they're just bigger darlings of the Broadway community.
Uh-huh.
And he would have to like really put in the work to like get it.
Yeah.
You know what
who
I'm
do
saying?
you think in this category?
Darren.
Yeah, I hope.
I think Darren. I think it's
so
his time. And I think that maybe Jonathan Groff, but he just won last year. And I have not seen Just in Time. This is just my opinion. Please don't cancel me. I don't think that show is anything that special.
Yeah. No.
And
from what I've heard, he's like playing himself on stage.
And I'm just like, that's a cop-out. Like, he was just on Broadway. Why did this show open so quickly? From everything I've seen on TikTok, I'm like, it's a jukebox musical.
It is.
Okay.
No, it is. And
Next.
I think they just gave it to him because everybody loves Jonathan Groff, but I don't think he's going to win. It's definitely going to be Darren or Andrew Durand. And I'm like going to be holding seances for it to be Darren.
Tom Francis would be very surprising to me. It would be welcome. I would love that, but
and then we have 6 in this category, so I feel like it's pretty clear to everybody that Jeremy Jordan and James Monroe Iglehart probably
were the
tied.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for James Monroe Iglehart because I love him.
That was shocking, considering the show was barely on Broadway.
I know, but he was so passionate about that role. He
was, yeah.
And I saw the show, but I saw his understudy.
Oh.
But I was like, I know James Monroe Iglehart is amazing in this role. So I'm really happy for him just because it's him and he's so nice.
Another show that had an out-of-town run, but just maybe it just wasn't its time.
Well, their out-of-town run was in New Orleans, which is like the epicenter of Louis Armstrong. So that's a show that could have gone on tour and like just never come to Broadway.
I'm sure it will.
Okay, so moving right along.
Yep.
Best featured actress in a No, don't want to do that one. Best featured actress in a musical. We have Natalie Vanetta Belkin from Buena Vista, and I've heard wonderful things about her. I have not seen it though. Julia Niddle in Dead Outlaw. I was really happy she secured that nom because she's amazing, and the Dead Outlaw people play at least 10 different characters. Well, that might be an exaggeration, but they play a lot of different characters. Like Julia Niddle plays his wife, this daughter, and they have like a lot of ensemble roles as well, like in a lot of the songs. So she's like switching in and out really quick. She's really good.
Interesting.
I was happy for Gracie Lawrence, of course.
Yeah, I know I just slandered Just in Time, but I will say she's kind of slaying.
Yeah, from everything I see, it looks fabulous. Justina Mikado, she plays the mom in Real Women Have Curves. That was kind of a surprise. Well, definitely a surprise. And Joy Woods and Gypsy. Thoughts?
Joy and Gypsy feels like when I saw the show, I was like, okay, they specifically crafted this role of Louise around her, obviously. And they specifically gave her that dance break that makes absolutely no sense for Louise so that she would get a Tony nomination. And I feel like this is the Tonys reparations for not giving her a Tony nomination last year.
Interesting.
For The Notebook.
What dance break are you talking about?
At the end, when
the striptease?
Yeah, the striptease that turns into a dance break.
But why wouldn't have that been Louise? I don't understand because
In
she's the striptease.
that was not a striptease. That was a dance number.
When they're the serpents and they're in,
Yeah.
like,
That is not in the
she's
regular.
ripping stuff off.
Yeah, but that's in the okay, I'm
Wait, tell me because I actually
No.
don't know other productions.
I'm kind of like a purist when it comes to classic Broadway shows, which for better or for worse. Louise is like a let me entertain you, and she's like doing a like sultry number, but they turned it into like a ding 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 ding, and it was like I just don't think that that's Louise doing like a whole big number.
Oh, okay.
And it was like obviously they had Joy Woods, who's an insane quadruple million threat. They were like, let's give her a dance number.
So that doesn't happen in other.
No.
Really? What happens? There's no
It's
big
more
striptease
of like
number?
it is a striptease, but it's more of like a striptease and not
Dance.
dancing.
I'll have
with,
to
like
look up clips. Huh?
number, like dancers and like.
Interesting.
So to me, that this was obvious. This was always gonna happen.
Yes.
I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know.
I think the biggest snub is, other than leading actress, is this category with Jordan Tyson, because I think, in my opinion, I thought she would win this category.
Win?
I thought she would win. I think she's
Wow.
so good in Gypsy as June. I love her. And her talent is just on display. So I thought that's what I wanted. But if I'm picking from what I have seen, I would give it to Julia Niddle. I don't think Joy Woods is the star of Gypsy.
Well, yeah.
Like the shine, like what I remember the most is Jordan Tyson and Audra.
Interesting.
And Danny. I was so happy you got that nom. So
Yeah.
Speaking of which, best featured actor, we have Brooks Ashmanskas, who is amazing in Smash. And if he didn't get a nom, people would have rioted.
Right. Yeah.
So funny. He's the best part of it. And then Jeb Brown, who leads the band in Dead Outlaw. He's amazing. That's not who I would have picked from Dead Outlaw, but I think he's worthy of a nom because he's working hard on that stage. Danny Bernstein from Gypsy, I want him to win. Jack Malone from Operation Mincemeat, who won the Olivier Award, and Taylor Trench from Floyd Collins. And Taylor Trench is the best actor in Floyd Collins. So if he took it away, I'd be overjoyed.
Is Taylor Trench in that new show, Etoile?
I don't know. I haven't heard of that.
Oh my god, you need to watch it.
Etoile?
Yeah, sorry. It's about ballet in New York City.
Oh, okay.
You would love it, I think.
Okay.
It's from do you like Gilmore Girls?
No, I've never watched it.
Oh my god, it's from those people.
Okay.
That brought you that. Interesting category. Again, don't really know much about. I only saw Gypsy, but
I think you'd love Smash because I hear people who are
no,
like
I
in the
know
industry
I would love Smash.
Can relate to it so
yeah,
good.
I know I will love Smash. I just like have to see it.
Our snub here is Chris Sieber from Death Becomes Her. And I would have loved to see him in this category. I would have accepted that. But honestly, like, it's fine. Like, I don't feel like his role is so funny and he's got a great song. But I wouldn't, other than Jack Malone from Operation Mincemeat, because I hate Operation Mincemeat. Other than that,
yeah,
I would have wanted, or I'm not surprised Chris isn't in.
They threw Smash a bone. So
they really did. They really did.
They got one thing.
And I'm happy that they did because Smash, I just like am happy that they can say they were Tony nominated. Brooks could win. Like
That's who I think might win. I think it's just gonna be like a really crazy thing and it's just gonna be like this one person from this one show.
Yeah.
And you know what? Yes.
Okay, so best book. We don't have to chat about this too much. We have Buena Vista, Dead Outlaw, Death Becomes Her, Maybe Happy Ending, and Operation Mincemeat. I think it's the same as our best noms, but I really wanted Smash to be in this category because it's written so well, and I think it's so freaking hilarious.
I'm really surprised that Smash didn't get more. But then again, it's so packed and possibly a little underbaked.
Did they get... Yeah, they did get choreography. I really wanted them to get choreography because the choreo's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's exactly like it is in the show.
Yeah.
Like it's the exact
same
like,
choreographer. So.
Cadence. It's so good. Choreography was an interesting category, though. We have Smash, Gypsy, Death Becomes Her, Boop, and Buena Vista. A lot of people are pissed Sunset's not in this. Have you heard that?
No.
I'm obviously not, but
yeah.
Are you? Like, do you feel like it should have been nom?
Best choreography? Would that be like the outside walking? Does that count as choreography or is
like
that direction?
The chair, whatever?
No, I don't remember
and like
much
I don't know
of the
them rushing around.
It's interesting, but
I wouldn't qualify it as choreo
like
either.
These are all like industry people, and like I think that Sunset is very London, and I think sometimes it's just hard to break through.
Interesting.
And that's just my opinion.
my opinion.
And I don't really quite remember the choreography from.
Yeah, I mean, if it didn't stand out to you, then
yeah,
it shouldn't have been nommed. I was surprised to hear that discourse. Okay, best orchestrations is interesting. We have Just in Time, Maybe Happy Ending, Floyd Collins, Buena Vista, and Sunset. Where's Gypsy? Gypsy should have been in there. I also think that Death Becomes Her should have been in there because of the big like, duh! Like it's really like it rattles you.
That's surprising. Just in Time. Okay.
I know, right? Okay. Are there any that we're missing? Original score: Dead Outlaw, Death Becomes Her, Maybe Happy Ending, Operation Mincemeat, and Real Women Have Curves. That was another one where Real Women came through.
Which one?
Score.
Oh, score.
Best original score. So Smash couldn't qualify because it has to be original.
Written for the theater. Love that caveat. Yeah, I think this makes sense.
I have a feeling this could go.
Boop?
Yeah, Boop wasn't in this.
Surprising.
Yeah, I think so. That music is really, really good. I don't know who will get this.
Best
it better
original
not
score.
be Operation
I think
Mincemeat.
Either Dead Outlaw or maybe Happy Ending.
Yes. That's what I'm hoping for.
Do I think what?
Have you heard the cadence of Operation Mincemeat? Like, have you heard any of the songs?
No.
It's so like British Hamilton.
Yeah, I know I won't like it.
It's so like we've got to get to the sea and then we'll put it in the boat and we'll
yeah.
And it goes so fast and they have such thick accents that I could not understand it.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate. So if that wins original score, I'm gonna be shocked. Like I just can't.
Okay, I haven't seen Pirates yet, but I think I'm a little surprised about Jinx not getting anything. But if she was going into the Best Actress, that's a very difficult category.
Exactly.
So all things considered, interesting. Very interesting.
Anything else? I was shocked.
I think Best Direction.
Oh, go ahead.
Of a musical.
Who do we have?
I don't know. Is anything missing? I'm just surprised by like what the voters voted for. I think Buena Vista is definitely, again, I said this on my show, like it's definitely an interesting sleeper pick. Like not much acclaim amongst the youngsters.
Right.
So
not a lot of chatter.
Yeah, not a lot of chatter at all. I haven't heard anybody talking about it.
Yeah.
In our circles.
Yeah, same.
So don't be surprised when that wins on June 5th.
Right. Like it's one of the highest nominated shows that I have not seen and have not made a plan to see. Right. So scary. I do think, wait, which one? Oh, lighting design. Dead Outlaw lighting design. That was like the only time I've ever noticed lighting design on a stage. Like it was done so well and it didn't get a nom. But everybody's saying, of course, that's going to go to Sunset. Because of it's all lights.
Yeah, I guess it is pretty remarkable how they do the lighting on that show, especially because the cameras and everything.
Maybe Happy Ending is heavy on the lighting.
I don't think it should get
like extremely heavy. I got to go on stage at Maybe Happy Ending last night, and so I got to like be on the set without the lighting, and I was like, what a difference it makes. Like everything is white, but when you're viewing the musical, it's all kinds of colors, and I was like, whoa.
I think it should go to Maybe Happy Ending.
Yeah,
I don't think it should go to Sunset.
Okay, well, you heard it from her, so that's what they should do. Tony voters, make it happen. Okay, Veronica, thank you so much for joining me on From the Mezzanine.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. I feel like I like low-key invited myself, just a little bit, but I'm very happy that you said yes. I'm very, very happy, and I love this podcast. So
you're so sweet. Tell them where they can find you because they should all go find you on your podcast.
Yes, so my podcast is Unlearning with Veronica Stern. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. My Instagram is @Veronica Stern, and my TikTok is @ThatMixedChickNYC. And that's me.
Beautiful. Well, you can find From the Mezzanine at FromTheMezzanine.com. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram @FromTheMezzanine Broadway. You can also become my personal Broadway bestie over on the Patreon for $5.99 a month. We do a little after show, and I cannot wait for what's to come because your girlie is headed over to London, and I'm so excited. Okay, thanks, Veronica.
Thank you, Lindsey.
Bye.
Bye.